once the small fire starts, you
It
know,
burns.
it burns and it doesn't just go out. People are interested. There's a demand. They want to hear certain things. They want to hear the discussions. There's a hunger for certain discussions, especially in the Naruto Storm
Yeah.
community, because a lot of people, maybe by design or maybe unintentionally, are being suppressed. Their opinions are being suppressed. They're not able to really talk because it's unpopular. It's the unpopular opinion, but actually,
Right.
probably it's the majority opinion that just somehow is not able to express themselves because a smaller
Most
group of
of them.
people that have the keys to the castle are saying the opposite stuff. But even in that
Yeah.
opposite stuff, so like meta is
Right.
good. You should only play meta. You should only play in a be
Yeah.
a pro Naruto player, whatever that means. We can talk about that too. But you know, like
That's
exactly
interesting.
right. But every group can exist. No one doesn't have to exist. But the interesting thing is, until I came back, and it took me a
Hmm.
really long time. Only maybe I would say like at the end of Storm 4, like November 17th, 2023, for a few
Hmm.
months, I had finally reached this level where when I would put two-man team gameplay and like strong teams but not meta teams, right? So like maybe
Yeah.
Tobirama,
Yeah.
maybe Alive Minato. Those people they don't really fit into the meta even in Storm 4 because it's all jutsu buffering. You need something with like strong projectiles,
Hmm.
or a Shinra or something. So it's
Yeah.
like I started building
Hmm.
that eventually, and then I saw that people actually wanted that, but they were being told that they shouldn't do that, and that will ruin the community.
See, now when people talk like that, that's the problem. I mean, like, why are you trying to control how other people play, right?
That's a really good
Uh,
point. I think that trying to control how other people play is a dangerous thing. What do you think about that?
it's a problem because it's almost like because here's the way I see it: the majority that talks about the things that they don't like, not a lot of them are not doing videos or they're not making content about it. They're just the people that plays the game, right? And they're interested in the game. And then you have a select few people that just decides to do content. But the people that's doing the content, the question is, okay, what type of content are they actually putting out? Is it just gameplay videos or they're going beyond just the gameplay and sharing their sharing their hot takes on different things about the game? The other people are just there, right? They're just responding to the content that's actually being put out.
I would say it started in sometime in Storm 4 and it's here
Hmm.
now, right? Like this
Uh-huh.
thing that we're talking about because before that that was not really like that. It's a different culture, right? And what I will say is that the type of culture that we have now promoting this kind of like meta game style or pro play style is it's like an echo chamber.
Right. I could kind of see where you're going with that because I remember the content was very different back in the day. Most people was just playing the game and talking about the game and sharing their opinions on what's broken and what it isn't. It's not like they were out there just trying to tell people, okay, this is the meta. This is what you got to use to be a, pro player, if that's the word, the term that they want to
Hmm.
use.
I think
I mean,
I
like,
guess they use the word top players or top player.
I'm not 100% sure on how the game has changed, but when you look at the way the type of content that people's putting out nowadays, it's more so regarding what to use, versus just making content for more, I guess, entertainment purposes.
So it's less about entertainment and it's more like serious content in terms of how you can take the game more seriously and like
Yeah,
be
that's
more competitive.
yeah. I feel like that's where a lot of that is coming from. Yeah, because it's a change to me. Yeah, it's a huge change because it wasn't like that before. Of course, you had people that shared stuff, but not to this degree. I mean, because if you look at the way other games has been presented, especially when it comes to competitive play, there's like a butt ton of freaking tutorials out there,
Can you name
especially
some of those games that you're thinking about?
anything regarding, let's say, FGC content, right? Or just a game where people are struggling to, I get like get results,
Like
and somebody put
like
out
Street
like
Fighter
let's say
6 or
Street
Tekken?
Fighter,
Yeah, okay.
yes, Street Fighter, Tekken, even Call of Duty or like Battlefront.
That's true. I can tell you when I was playing Overwatch, the amount of guides are insane. Like team building guides, what character you should use at what elo, and like all this kind of stuff. That's assuming though that those elos, when you're playing in a ranked competitive environment, is real.
Hmm.
The issue with
Yeah.
Storm games is I keep trying to tell people that the games are not real. A lot of people want the ability to back out. And a lot of people want
Hmm.
the ability to balance the supports. The supports are still too strong, so there's certain support, not all of them, right? But certain supports like
Right.
Hagoromo Divine Lightning Bolt or Divine
Oh my
Thunder,
God.
right? And then
Yeah.
Shikamaru's bags. Even though we love the character, it's like I don't. No one used that character except for some people. I did. A couple people did, but
Yeah.
he was never meta relevant. But they nerfed some of the other characters like Shinra Tensei, and now these parachute bags are running around rampant and jailing you while tracking you, and you can't play the game, right? So it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's denying you all that meaningful neutral, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy. Like I would say there's probably about 5 to 10 supports that we just need to tone down a little bit. Maybe make a
Hmm.
couple of the other ones a little stronger. Like I know it's horrible to say, but Nagato Shinra Tensei is completely useless. If you like had it
Hmm.
from where it was to where it is now, like somewhere in the middle, or just a
Hmm.
little bit stronger, it would be playable. It's not
Yeah.
even playable. You use it and you get hit by anything, pretty much.
Right.
I think balancing is important, but I think a lot of times the developers of Storm games, their way of balancing it is either just never touching it at all or just trying to get rid of the game breaking glitches, which is appreciated. It makes the game better,
Hmm.
right? But
Yeah.
they don't really balance everything where everything kind of feels good but different. That takes a
Hmm.
lot of work, and one example of that could be like they just took tilts out and then they took out the fourth combo. There's
Right.
no reason why everyone can't have a fourth combo except for it just takes too long to give everyone a fourth combo. The game does need a little bit better balancing, but the thing is there's so many talking heads, so many people saying this is what the game needs, this is what the game needs, and I think they listen to people that are giving them ill advice, and advice that is not really good for the game but is advice that they want. Perfect example. Everyone said Storm 4 was a defensive game. It's too
Hmm.
defensive. Well, now they have an
Right.
offensive game, and
Which they do.
nobody wants to play it. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to play it.
Isn't.
People hated Armored Jitsu, and I get it. I completely get it. But the thing is, it was solving a problem. That problem was that combo priority was different for everybody, and certain characters like Neji, Nagato, they would just always get first hit priority almost most of the time. Right? It wasn't a 50-50. There wasn't a balanced roster. Everyone just basically gets armor from beginning to end for the most part on their jitsus, and that's just how you enter now with jitsus. And then at a
Hmm.
certain time, when people are out of chakra for a certain amount of time because it was regenning really fast, right? Which I know you
Right.
didn't like the regen, so at least it's nice that they took it down a lot, right? I know you still don't
Okay.
want it in the game, but a lot of these people wanted Connections to not be its own game. They wanted it to be the next Storm 4. They got that, and somehow they're still not happy, and they're all back on Storm 4 not playing the game. So, like, what is your opinion on all that? Like, what do you think?
Ooh, that's a tough one, actually.
It's a lot. I
I
threw
mean,
a lot of things in there, but
yeah. You know what? Okay, were these same people that was doing all these complaints and they got the change and they just dipped?
yeah.
I don't. It's a combination of things. I feel like the issue is, if they don't, it's like, because this is common for like almost every game that's more so on the competitive side, where you have, okay, they make these changes, right? All right, now they realize after the changes that now they can no longer win, and so now it's like, I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm out.